welcome to the Short and Sweet podcast. It's your host, Killer John here, and I'm joined today by a few people. I'm joined by Allana, Nikita, Sonny, and your boy Tyler. Today we're gonna be doing our double daily quotes for Othello. So let's get right into the podcast. All right.
Okay.
It's
Right.
the first quote.
So it's
Yeah.
right. Go do your thing.
Oh yeah. So the first quote is Scene 2, Act 1, pages or lines 313 through 316. Now I do love her too. Not out of absolute lust, though of reventure I stand accountant as for a great sin, but partly led to diet my revenge.
What does he mean when he says peradventure?
Peradventure.
Like per each adventure? Or like what is he saying?
It might be.
Beforehand.
Sometimes Shakespeare combines words, you know.
Yeah.
He has lust every adventure. Well,
Maybe.
no, after I messed up.
Shakespeare's known for making up words, so that could be one of those.
So this quote though. Alright, so this quote right here. It's Iago saying that he loves Desdemona. But it's only because she feels his anger, right? You know?
Yeah.
So like he has a thing for people feeling his anger or what?
Right here it says, but partly led to die at my revenge.
None of these words are
Desdemona
definite.
feeds his anger.
He says like not out of absolute lust, and he says like partly led. So none of these are like definite things, but they're like mostly definite.
You see how he says, but partly led to die at my revenge? I think that's kind of making him sound a bit, cuckoo.
Because he feeds on revenge.
Psychopath.
Yeah.
Really
way out.
fixated.
Yeah, and like the part of the reason why he likes Desdemona is how it says absolute lust, but the other half is the partly diet for his revenge.
Mm-hmm. And she's the tool that's gonna get what he desires.
Yeah, Othello's not Othello. Iago's a player.
Yeah.
Well,
Iago
Othello
is
might be a
something
player
else.
too. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
True.
Othello is something because Ballinger told us about like some stuff at the end of the book, and Othello is wild.
Oh yeah, he iced like Doug notes, He
He
iced
gets
that.
really anger with jealousy, guys. And that's what Iago's trying to do, you know? Get
Trying to
Othello
manipulate that dude.
really jealous.
Yeah, he's trying to get Othello to ice his own wife.
Yep.
He's
And then he
using
ices
jealousy
himself,
as revenge.
It's pretty harsh. Right, does anyone else have any more comments?
Mm-mm. I think we covered it.
None? Okay, we got it. So, the next quote we're going to be doing is from Scene 2, Act 1. And it says, May the winds blow till they have wakened death, and let the laboring bark climb hills of seas, Olympus high, and duck again as low as hells from heaven, if it were now to die. 'Twere now to be most happy. So one thing I actually did notice right away is how they mentioned something about mythology
Mm-hmm.
with the Olympus stuff.
Olympus,
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Also, biblical relation too.
In
Oh,
what?
that's true. Hell and heaven.
Oh,
Yeah, and also there's like a plethora of oxymorons there.
Oh, yes.
Which one? Where?
As hell from heaven. Hell definitely does not come from heaven.
I don't think that's an oxymoron. I don't know. I'm not sure.
He also says climb hills of seas, which is, another one, kind of.
well, I think that one
Yeah, that's
means
kind of
that
weird, right?
I
Hills of
guess.
seas.
Yeah, I guess that means that he's climbing really long hills. Because seas
Doesn't
are
mean I don't think it
long.
means he's climbing hills. It just means he's climbing like a really big wave. That's just what the line is implying, but really what it means is he's like doing some sort of monumental task, doing
Mhm.
something really difficult.
Just like climbing a hill of seas.
The
Yes.
Boom.
first line, he says, "May the winds blow till they awaken death," and that's some pretty harsh winds there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Death
Like,
will be woke.
Also,
almost not possible harsh. Not that actually, it's not possible harsh.
wouldn't it I feel like it would instead of hills of seas, seas of hills make more sense.
But it's Shakespeare.
He's
Shakespeare
like
never makes.
many hills,
Yeah,
Like
like
a
a
there's
sea
many.
of hills, like many hills.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, they're also talking about like a big, like chaotic storm that like blew over the church, but also blew over their own forces. So he's like describing his emotions when he's talking to Desdemona. So I don't know how to word this. Give me a second, I'll come back to it.
So, so Othello is the person who's speaking from that quote, and in this act and scene is where Othello is being reunited with Desdemona and others after Othello comes back from a voyage from a war,
Yeah.
Turks.
and he was on the seas, he's on the sea.
So I'm guessing he's just making a lot of references to that.
Yeah, you know who else is on the
I think
sea?
so.
That boy
With lots of
from
winds and
Odysseus,
seas,
that's his name. Odysseus was on seas.
Yes, he was. He was indeed.
Mythology,
So this quote
mythology.
could be referencing the Odyssey, guys.
Boom.
Yeah,
Look at that.
most definitely.
In this short
Maybe.
excerpt, yes.
It could be.
Is this the quote where he's like talking about his love for Desdemona, kind of how he's like being all love? Okay, so when he says "if it were now to die," is he talking about like them as it, or what is the it he's referring to?
What do you mean? What it?
It says, as hell's from heaven if it were now to die.
So it's saying like Kevin, like coming out of hell.
Ooh, what if this is foreshadowing? Because you know how like at the end how he like wilds out. What if he's like, if it were to die now, like his love doesn't want it to die now, it'd be the most happy. They would be most happy as they've ever been.
Yeah, I think like
it's gonna go downhill.
I think by it he's referring like to them, not like a particular thing, like to both of them.
Yeah.
As in, if they were to die now, this would be like their best moment to die because they're happy together now.
Which is kind of like something weird to say to like your girl, because that's gonna be like nothing will be as best as it is now. Like tomorrow it's gonna be worse. It's gonna get worse and worse.
Well,
That's gonna kill you.
It's not really a good
remember
thing to say.
beforehand. Okay.
Yeah.
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 So you guys have any more
But-
anything else you guys want to say about it?
Nah.
I believe so.
So here I have something to say.
Yeah.
My interpretation of the quote is Fell is just super happy about being reunited with Desdemona.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Yeah.
Because remember,
I
they're
mean,
on
like-
Cyprus, right?
Yeah.
They weren't separated for like years or anything. It was just like a trip. I don't know how long Desdemona waited. But yeah,
Wasn't it a few months?
I thought it was
No.
still overjoyed apparently.
It was like it's probably like maybe like half a day because they just got on the island and then they arrived on the island and
It's
Othello
not half a
arrived on
day.
the
I'm
island.
pretty sure it lasted
Yeah,
more
it's
than
definitely
that.
not half a day.
I mean, but
probably
I
like-
would think because they said the ship like broke down, but it was close to Cyprus or whatever.
Did- But like he sailed away, which takes a long time to travel by sea. That's one. and then 2, he went to go fight a war, so he fought a war and then he came back.
Well, no,
I would
but
say that's like
the Turk ships they broken down during the storm or whatever happened.
oh
So
yeah.
their fleets got destroyed by the storm. So the war technically wasn't into play, but more of nature versus.
That'd still take a long time.
Yeah, it's still not half a day. I'd say
I
maybe
mean,
like at least a
it's
couple
No, but I'm
months.
saying
It's not
no,
gonna
but
take
I'm
12
saying
hours.
like I mean, but they're sailing together, like probably not on the same boat, but in the same fleet, so to say.
Still.
You can tell he's really overjoyed because he's comparing everything in that quote is like basically the impossible. Like a lot of it, he's making his love like more than the impossible. Like it's the best thing like ever.
Yep.
Is this what we conclude?
But that
Yep.
was a happy
I'll
man.
probably bring a little bit more about this
For now. Dun,
podcast.
dun, dun.
What about Cassio? I think,
Cassio.
especially in the play we're watching, I felt a bit underwhelmed
Hey,
in
wait.
his looks.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
We're gonna cut off the podcast, right?
Yeah, why?
Okay, so you're gonna edit that part out, right? So now we're transitioning to a Cass podcast, right?
No.
What is
Yeah, I
happening?
wanted to
He
talk
said
about
Cassio,
Cassio.
not Cass.
Wait, what? What's going on?
I said Cassio,
Okay,
not
Cassio.
Cass.
that,
Not cast.
Oh, cast. Oh, with a T.
No, I
okay.
said Cassio.
no, Cassio.
Oh, Cassio.
Wait, so
Oh, okay.
wait. Is Cassio the guy that's like all like hot and cool that like he's trying to get
He's the young guy.
Yeah,
He's
you
the
guys,
young.
you guys remember in the play how he was? I felt like he was a bit underwhelming in the looks.
Yeah, he's the one that
Mhm.
roasted Iago, called him a soldier,
Oh, yeah.
not a skull.
You guys
This
remember?
is when
Well, I mean, would you really call that a
Desdemona
roast?
invited him to speak, and he yeah,
No,
we
but
talked
Are you-
about him yesterday.
in the play we were watching today, the
Are
play
you
we
saying
watched.
he's not as good as he's like made out to be as a character?
Yeah, I mean,
That's referring to the acting.
but still, I mean, he was pretty hyped up to be like, holy shit, he's.
The guy who
he's
played
heavy on
Rodrigo.
I mean, Rodrigo
Yes,
looked better
Rodriguez.
than
Yeah, Rodrigo.
Cass, yeah.
It's pretty 10 out of 10.
I mean, he's underwhelming. That's all I gotta say.
It's a
he
nice
just
leather jacket, though.
Oh my god.
Well, is that all we have to say?
I think so.
Yeah. Said, oh my god, came out of nowhere, but still.
All right, I guess this ends our short and sweet podcast for today. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you tomorrow for our other double daily quotes.
Hit
Nice.
that like button.
Bye bye.
All right,
Bye-bye.
say our goodbyes.
Bye bye.
Adios.
Sonny, where you at, man?
Bye.
That was a bit awkward.